So to show you how far these academics will go in terms of their deception around this subject, I actually found this really interesting video that I want to share with you regarding new theories that are being concocted about our relationship as people to melanoma. And it should go to show you how if you allow certain people to run away with narratives, they'll create all new things to place themselves on a pedestal above black people. So without me talking too much, let me play the video.
So I'm here with Professor Mel Greaves, who is the director of our new Centre for Evolution and Cancer here at the Institute of Cancer Research London. And I'm here to talk to Mel about a new paper that he has published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society B today.
So Institute of Cancer Research London, this is a very official institution here. Let's hear what this guy has to say.
Mel, could you tell us a bit about your paper?
Yes, the question I've addressed in this recent paper is why the ancestral human skin colour is black. There's been a consensus view that black pigmented skin protects us from ultraviolet radiation from the sun, but no agreement at all, a great deal of argument about what pathology would actually result in death or lack of reproductive success resulting from UV damage.
I mean, that's an interesting question, isn't it? I'm posing a question as to why ancestral human beings' skin is black. Well, what do you mean why? I don't understand the why. Where does the why come from? It's black because it is black. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit lost here. Let's see where this is going.
And the argument I've advanced in this paper is it was actually lethal skin cancer, in contrast to prior ideas that had to do with, for example, damage to sweat glands, damage or degradation to nutrient levels in the blood.
And could you tell us why that's interesting from an evolutionary perspective?
Well, it's really the first time that it's been advanced the argument that cancer can be an evolutionary force. It's been rejected in the past on the grounds that cancer occurs in later life, post-reproductively, so it can't exert an influence on evolution.
I would suggest that it's been rejected in the past because it's a ridiculous and stupid idea. The idea that cancer is an evolutionary force. So basically the implications that you're placing here is that we all used to be a different skin colour. I'm going to assume you're going to say if we're going to be a cancer-inducing colour, we're probably suggesting that we're all melanin deficient, so therefore white. And as a result of cancer being widespread, rather than mankind dying out, mankind evolved black skin. There are several reasons why this would have been rejected. One, because there's no evidence to suggest that white people can evolve into black people, because melanin deficiency seems to have a recessive dominant relationship with melanin dominance. Okay, so when someone has melanin, they can produce melanin deficient offspring quite easily. But when people are melanin deficient for several generations, the ability for them to acquire melanin, it doesn't work that way. They can't just pop back and turn black, or even start turning black. They will still, even in cases of being in hot places, they will still produce melanin deficient offspring. So this is probably one of numerous reasons why your argument has been probably, or historically has been, laughed at. Why you're trying to resurface it, I have no idea.
I think in the context we've looked at, particularly in Equatorial Africa, of black Africans who are albinos, you see that lethal cancer occurs in the 20s, where it clearly does have a huge impact on reproductive outcome. And the analogy is that early humans, who were pale and hairless and naked, would have been similarly susceptible to lethal skin cancer.
And could you tell us a little bit about...
So he's suggesting that black Africans, once again, doing that thing where he's probably obfuscating the different types of melanoma, okay, collating them into one. Oh, the cutaneous melanoma, black Africans tend to get it in their 20s. What type of melanoma are they getting? Is it the UV-induced skin cancer, which would then lead support to your very weak argument? Or is it aquamelanoma, which would then suggest nothing because it's got nothing to do with UV induction and therefore probably has very little to do with your melanin density?
how this paper fits in with the work that you're doing at the Centre for Evolution in Cancer.
Yes, most of our work will be on cellular evolution, the development of cancer and the emergence of drug resistance. But we're very keen also to try to understand how evolution leaves us vulnerable to different types of cancer. One can think of an evolutionary legacy.
So, really good question asked. How is this helping? You know, this is the Institute of Cancer Research. How is your research helping us? Oh, well, you know, it's helping us to understand, you know, where we have vulnerabilities and this, but your research isn't helping anyone. Okay, this is just purely a vanity exercise, a racial vanity exercise to suggest that the original man was white and evolved to be black. Please do not try and push this BS and act like you're trying to, you know, advance some kind of science, some kind of knowledge that's going to help everyone moving forward. We all know that that's not the case. You know that. Please stop it.
It makes us vulnerable to breast cancer and to skin cancer for white-skinned people. What this does is to broaden that argument, or even to flip around the other way, and say that cancer itself can be an evolutionary force for phenotypic changes in humans.
Flip the argument the other way. Did you hear that? What this does is it flips it the other way. This idea that, you know, light-skinned people or white-skinned people are the only ones who are, you know, getting skin cancer. Well, this flips it the other way. It suggests that all of mankind had skin cancer and then we had to evolve with black skin. Okay, so why didn't you evolve? Why didn't your offspring evolve? If black skin is a result of evolution, if black skin is a result of evolution and response to skin cancer rates, then why do modern Western Europeans still get skin cancer at astronomically high rates and did not seek to evolve? Because you were still getting skin cancer even in Europe as much as you were getting it in Africa. So why have you remained ultra pale? You yourself look like you've probably got skin cancer in your family. Why is that? It's ridiculous.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Goodness, thank you for what? This is the lunacy that we end up with when we allow these people to run away with these ridiculous narratives. Absolutely ludicrous.